Hello guys, welcome back to videos. So, today, I am reviewing the movie that I've been waiting for 6 months to see, Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, what happens in the movie is, it takes place 41 years before what is currently happening now at the end of Dragon Ball Super. So, the Saiyans are still on planet Vegeta. And King Cold is pretty much, King Cold has handed over his position of leader of the Cold Force to now his son Frieza, and now the Frieza Force is born, and the Saiyans are just really annoyed because they don't want to be Frieza's underlings anymore, and King Vegeta is just hoping that, and Vegeta has just been born, and he's hoping that Vegeta, his son, will be able to be able to break away from Frieza forever. And he also notices another Saiyan named Broly, who his power is also like a bit weird, how it's just somewhat stronger than his son's. And the father of this son, Broly, is Paragus, one of the lead commanders of the Saiyans. And basically what happens is, because King Vegeta is so afraid of Broly's power, and he doesn't want Broly to pretty much overshadow Vegeta, he basically pretty much ships Broly away to like some deserted planet, like a planet known as Planet Vaba, which is basically, there's no intelligent life, it's just a literally rocky, barren wasteland. And basically Paragus is really mad about this, so he basically goes after Broly. He steals a ship, he goes after Broly, trying to save his son and to get his revenge back on King Vegeta. So Paragus goes to Planet Vaba, expecting to find, just hoping to find Broly alive. He finds Broly alive, and the only reason why he survived is because he turned into a great ape and he killed a few of the creatures that are there. So then, basically the two of them are just stuck there because they have no way to get out of there. They're just stuck on Planet Vaba. That's the last we ever hear of them. So then, back on Planet Vegeta, so then Bardock and his wife Gine, the parents of Goku's born. He's going to be destined to be a low-class warrior. And Bardock is beginning to get suspicious of Frieza because he just thinks that Frieza's going to turn on the Saiyans. He's worried that Frieza is he's basically expecting that a Super Saiyan is going to be born among one of the Saiyans, and technically one is going to be born, but yeah, he's worried, so he's afraid that Frieza's going to kill all the Saiyans, so him and his wife, they steal a pod, and they put Kakarot, now Goku, in the pod and ship him off to Earth before Frieza unleashes his attack on the planet, killing almost all the Saiyans except for Paragus, Broly, Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, and Goku. So then basically everything just switches into where we are now, which is, I don't know how long after the Tournament of Power, which, I guess a little bit after the Tournament of Power. And if you don't know what happened, basically Frieza is back alive because they needed him to participate in the tournament. They won the Universe 7 won the tournament. Android 17 wished all the universes back into existence. So yeah, now everything's back with the universe. So Vegeta and Goku, they're training out in the ocean at a beach house that Bulma built specifically for them to train. Bulma, Whis, and Beerus are eating. And Whis asks Goku just why does he want to keep getting stronger? And Goku says just because there were so many people that the Tournament of Power truly just opened his eyes to how strong other people out there really are compared to him. And we all know the one that he really wants to be Jiren, but that's another time. So anyway, as they're training, basically Trunks and Goten, they call Bulma. And they basically say that someone broke into Bulma's lab and stole 6 of the Dragon Balls and the Dragon Ball radar. And they look at the surveillance footage and they find out that it was some of Frieza's men. And Vegeta's just really annoyed at Goku because Goku agreed to have Frieza alive, even though technically we brought him back permanently. So Vegeta's just really annoyed. Meanwhile, out in space, Frieza it has 6 of the Dragon Balls in his possession and the radar, and he's just trying to go to Earth, get the 7 Dragon Balls, make his wish from Shenron, and it's the funniest wish. Like, you would think at this point Frieza would try to go for immortality again. Already tried once, failed on Namek. Now he's gonna try it again, but this time he's trying to grow 5 centimeters taller. Yeah, like, what? Like, why 5 centimeters? Like 5 feet I can understand, since he wants to be tall, since he's so short compared to his father, but it's like 5 centimeters, like, who cares? It's like 5 centimeters, it's like no difference. And so basically now he's hoping to get to Earth and avoid Goku and Vegeta because he knows he cannot handle them both. So meanwhile, out in space, two people that are working for Frieza, they are just patrolling space looking for new recruits named Lemo and Chilai, who basically, she's basically just a new recruit. She, for some reason, stole a Galactic Patrol uniform. She's basically like a galactic criminal, just trying to avoid the law by hiding out in the Frieza Force, because who's going to mess with the Frieza Force? So they find out, so they hear a signal from Planet Vappa, which is where Broly and Paragus crashed. And they find like a older Paragus and older Broly, who are just like living in terrible conditions on Planet Vappa and barely surviving. So they take both of them in, take them back to Frieza. They show them off to Frieza, who is surprised that they're Saiyans since they're still alive. And it's revealed that Broly does not have a tail, because Paragus cut his tail off because he was so dangerous and out of control in Broly's Great Ape form. So then Frieza Frieza, overhearing this, really just wants to have Broly just to test Broly out against Goku and Vegeta. So, and then also Paragus says that basically that Broly, like, if he gets really it's crazy, like, he can go really crazy and just pretty much kill everything. But he shocks Broly with using a remote control to just subdue him. So then, in the dining hall, I guess I'll call it that, of Frieza's spaceship, so then Broly gets like another guy in the Frieza Force tries to ask Chilai to sit with them instead of Broly and Paragus, but Broly gets really annoyed at this guy. He tries to kill him while Paragus basically just uses the remote and shocks Broly. And both Chilai and Lemo, they are not happy with this. And during like an argument against Paragus, Chilai, she steals the remote and destroys it. And when this happened, in my mind, I was like, you just killed everyone, like, because just, oh my god. So then the whole Frieza Force heads over to Earth, and they meet up with Goku, Vegeta, Whis, and Bulma. But Beerus did not go. He's watching Bulma for some reason, which it's funny. So they all meet up, and Frieza gets all 7 of the Dragon Balls. Doesn't make his wish yet. So then he goes there, and he basically sends Broly out to try and attack Vegeta, because Paragus wants to kill Vegeta, but Frieza wants to be the one to kill Goku. So he sends Broly against Vegeta, 1v1, both in base form. Broly is doing really good against Vegeta in base. Vegeta powers up to Super Saiyan. Still, Broly is pretty much just kicking Vegeta's butt easily. So then Vegeta turns into Super Saiyan God, and it seems like Broly is about to be killed, when all of a sudden Broly just powers up for, I guess he kind of goes into like his almost like, Paragus describes it as him turning into a Great Ape but not transformed because he doesn't have a tail, and he loses all control and just begins to just destroy everything. So then Goku joins in the fight, and Goku is able to hold him up a little bit. He really holds him in like in a aura of energy. But then Broly just powers up even more and just basically traps Goku in the same thing. And then just pretty much Broly just goes insane. He powers up even more. Goku powers up to Super Saiyan Blue. and then Broly just goes insane. He just turns into the true Super Saiyan, just the insane form. And then Frieza, he remembers that back on Namek, for Goku to get more stronger, he basically, when he killed Krillin, he made Goku a Super Saiyan. So he basically kills Paragus, hoping that it will make Broly get angry and get stronger, and it successfully does. And Broly goes absolutely just crazy. Like, he turns into the true Broly that we all know. No eye, no pupil, just pretty much practically like possessed, like crazy. And so yeah, then like I just can't describe it. It looks so amazing, just crazy. Broly is literally destroying Goku easily in Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken. And then Vegeta joins into the fight, and even both of them together cannot hold their own against Broly. So, using instant transmission, Goku teleports him and Vegeta away from the fight to Piccolo. And, like, what happens then? Okay, sorry about that, guys. I got interrupted. Just had dinner. So, where was I? Right. Alright, so Frieza's attacking Broly. Or, Broly's attacking Frieza. So, basically, Goku and Vegeta, they use instant transmission, teleport to Piccolo. And, Frieza's stuck fighting Broly. And it's just so funny. Just Frieza's reaction, like, what? Like, they're just like, bye, Frieza. And he's just like, wait, what? Like, and then just Broly just pretty much bodies Frieza, just destroyed Frieza. Even when Frieza goes golden for him, like, Frieza's just being wrecked. So, meanwhile, back with Piccolo, him and Goku, Piccolo's teaching Goku and Vegeta how to do the fusion dance. Because Goku feels that is the only chance that they have to defeat Broly. Or at least do anything against Broly, because as they are now, even at full power, Broly's still easily defeating them. So, as Frieza's getting destroyed by Broly, Goku and Vegeta, they're learning the fusion technique, which once they complete, their power gets multiplied, but they only can keep it for 30 minutes. So, they teleport to Broly. After a few failed attempts, they master it. They teleport to Broly, and they engage in a fight just as Broly is fighting Whis, and like, are technically not even really fighting. Like, he's attacking, but Whis is just avoiding him with his, you know, Ultra Instinct. But so they attack Broly, and in base they're doing pretty well against Broly. Then Gogeta powers up. That's their fusion being named. They powers up all the way to Super Saiyan Blue, and he is just. It's pretty much an evenly matched fight. It truly is. It's evenly matched. The aesthetics are amazing. Like, they are just, energy blasts are everywhere. The whole area is like almost destroyed, and it's just really amazing. Like, evenly matched fight. Gogeta, he launches a big explosion at Broly, hits him. Broly crashes into a wall, and just as they're about to finish Broly with a Kamehameha, the dragon, so Leno and Chilai, they steal the Dragon Balls from Frieza, and they use them to make a wish to teleport Broly with seconds to spare, to teleport him back to Planet Vampa, to help him survive, because they really enjoy Broly, and they feel really bad for Broly, because Broly kinda just had a really bad childhood. He pretty much was just a weapon of revenge for Paragus against King Vegeta. So they teleport. So Broly gets teleported back. The battle ends. Gogeta unfuses, and Frieza just heads back. Everyone escapes, and Frieza just tells Goku and Vegeta that he'll be back to conquer the Earth one day. So then, meanwhile, back in space, Lemo and Chilai, they are planning to get as much supplies as possible and head to Planet Vampa to live and hide out with Broly, since everyone's going to be on them, trying to find them and kill them. So they get there, and meanwhile, Frieza, he's trying to find Broly and just trying to get him on his side, because he really wants someone strong like Broly to use against Goku and Vegeta. So July and Lemma, they reach Planet Vampa and they just start to live with Broly, and they just hate the conditions that he had to live in. And yeah, so then Goku just into transmissions in, and he gets some food and supplies and just stuff to help him survive. And then he just tells Broly that like he really wants to learn, he really wants to train with Broly because he's so strong. And then he just as it's in transmissions away, he just says, "Call me Goku," although everyone calls me Goku, although you can call me Kakarot. And that's just amazing how he actually referred to himself as Kakarot, his Saiyan name, because Goku is his Earth name. But he actually referred to himself as Kakarot, and then the movie ends. All in all, this movie was amazing. This is an A movie. I give this movie an A. I really liked just how they had a really great, they showed the history. They didn't change the history too much. Maybe by a little bit, but not too much. And then they pretty much just, and the characters themselves, how they had a great, like, kind of a good line between, at times when it was, when it was comedic relief, and like epic action. Like, it was just like in perfect balance. Like there was a whole lot of action, and yet it was still at some parts funny. And I love what they did with Broly compared to like in past, where it's like Broly in the past, he was like just a complete maniac monster that just wanted to destroy everything, and just his whole reason for being like this was because of just some stupid reason, because of Goku crying as a baby. Like, that reason was so stupid. And in this movie, he like is actually a person. Like, he was not really the villain. Like, Paragus' rage and revenge was like, he basically was kind of just like the weapon that he was hoping that Paragus was hoping to use against King Vegeta. Like, how he never really had any friends, and just living on that horrible place with only his father to train him, and literally his father killing like his only kind of friend, like a little creature that he named Ba, that just, it was so sad. Like how they truly made Broly like a person, and even better, they didn't kill him off. Like, Broly's still alive. He's canon, so he's definitely gonna be something in the future. Something's gonna happen with Broly in the future, whether it's a movie or they're gonna put them all in Super. And just how it really, and what I really wanted them to do is have Broly be able to control his power, A, and B, put him through the things that Goku and Vegeta and just what happened to them in Super. How I want to have Broly against Beerus, Broly against Whis, Broly against Hit, Broly against K-Fly, and especially the big one, Broly versus Jiren. I want to see how that would go. Full power Broly versus Jiren. I would love to see how that fight would end. I mean, both of them, like, oh my god, that would be so good. But either way, this movie was really good. If you have not checked it out, whether you're in English or in Japanese, whatever, you need to check this out, especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Like, if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, then all of this, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you are a Dragon Ball fan, you are going to love this. Like, it's definitely probably one of my favorite movies ever. Broly is back and better than ever, and I just can't wait to see where they go forward with this. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, consider subscribing if you have not, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, or next video. Bye.